It's my new 550 press. I purchased it specifically so I could run rifle loads. I am running 30-06 46 grains of Varget today for my Grand. And of course, as any 550 owner knows, this only has 4 stations, so I can't add a powder check, or at least I didn't think I could, because I like to run a separate crimp die on this load. I know a lot of people don't even think they need to crimp for their Grand, but I tend to like it. So I wanted that 5th station, so I went ahead and did a little quick modification. And now this is just a prototype, so it's not nearly running as smooth as I'd like it yet, but there's some ideas I've got to make this a little better and more efficient. But essentially what I did, and I'll post this on a forum and with a link on YouTube to that forum, but what I took was a old drill bit. Now these are the type of drill bits your wife might get you that come with you know, one of those cheap Black & Decker electric drills. So I just rounded out the end here that goes in the chuck and smoothed it out pretty well, and I'm using it basically as a 5th station. I'll put in the form the details about how exactly I marked for drilling, etc. But some of the things I wanted to point out in the video are that you really got to be careful of a few things. So first, this little drill bit here, you want it to try to tilt out a little bit. If you tilt it inward, you could potentially when you're pulling the press, you could potentially bend one of these little levers here. So you don't want to do that. So you don't want that to be in the way when you're doing your actual loading for that little end chuck there to bend these arms. I want to actually show you exactly how this works real quick. So essentially what I do is I go to about a half station. I've marked it with a little white piece of tape, and with this it's going to be a little difficult with only one hand here, but you can see if it I can use my left hand to go ahead and guide that in if it's not quite there. But what I'm doing here is I'm only going up just a hair, because actually that other round that just went through the cedar die over there is going to actually stop the press from going very far anyways. But you'll get an idea of exactly how far up that little bit there, which is being held in place essentially with, well, if I had a bigger drill bit I wouldn't have needed to use that tape there, but I ended up using a little bit of tape and a little O-ring like thing that actually came off a Hornady powder check die. So in any case, you can get the idea real quick. Now when I went ahead and tried to do an empty case here, in fact I could move this over real quick to this empty case, and what you notice here is that this case here, you know, nothing's going to go up, obviously. So that bit doesn't go up at all. And in fact, I went ahead and tried 40 grains, and it just barely touched at 40 grains versus the 46. So you can get an idea of the sensitivity there, and that's what I figure. 40 grains is probably, you know, minimum safe range. In any case, this is like I said, a prototype. Still working on it. It would be nicer if this thing went smoother up and down. I'm sure someone could invent or build a better system here. I just wanted to get an idea out there, and I apologize if somebody already has this idea. If you do, post a comment and I'll go ahead and probably purchase one. Thank you very much.